Hello, good people, and welcome to Singing Dawn, a daily chant practice in the Benedictine Spirit. I'm Ellen, and I'm delighted that you're here today for our time together in Singing Dawn. Today is day 87, Forgive. So come on in, get yourself settled. And today I'm suggesting you bring your shoulders up to your ears and then drop them away. Maybe do that once or twice more. Loosen up our jaw and the neck. Check in with your rib cage and your belly. And once we're comfortable, to focus on our exhale, to blow breath out of our body all the way out. Empty ourselves as completely as we can, and then just inhabit that held empty state for a moment, and then relax. So it looks something like this. I'm holding it, that emptied out state, and then I just let go and relax. Let's do it again. So we're going to blow out all the way out and then hold that emptied out state. And let go. And perhaps what you can feel is that as we relax, the next inhale comes naturally. That we'll have to hold ourselves empty. And when we let go, the cycle begins again with our relaxation. The next inhale begins and we can move on. Let's just try it one more time. Blow out. Hold it, and then just relax. The belly relaxes, the air comes in, as long as your throat and your tongue are free and relaxed. So you might continue to check that out or stretch yourself out in any other way that you want to make yourself ready to proceed. Bright morning stars arising, bright morning stars arising, bright morning stars arising, day is a breaking in my soul. So for today and tomorrow, we're going to turn our attention to what Benedict calls the prayer of Jesus. Many of us know it as the Lord's Prayer. I do not know the full musical provenance of the setting that I have given us to sing, but I do know that it has been passed down from singer to singer for many, many generations. I learned it first in its original Latin form, and I'm going to share the screen, so if you don't have it right with you, you can take a look at it. Okay. So just looking at it overall, I would just note that the entire melody is shaped within the span of the interval of a fourth. So, bum, bum, dum, ba, da, dee. That's less than half an octave, so it's a pretty narrow range. And again, just looking on it on the page, you can see that all of the notes are falling toward the bottom half of the musical staff. Now, obviously, since we're singing unaccompanied, the whole sense of pitch is relative, but even so, this is just a visual cue that this piece is to be sung in the lower part of your range, whatever that range is. So it's pitched low, and it doesn't go up and down great distances. To me, this beautiful, simple, but intricate, delicate melody is the sound of an open gate in pre-dawn darkness. It's the sound of keeping one's bare feet in contact with the earth. It's the sound of finding one's way by feel rather than by sight. So for our purposes, you want to find your low range. So one way to do that is just by a vocal slide. And then once you have a sense of your full range, somewhere, maybe a little lower, for the vocal range. And I would suggest that in our video practice at home in our own spaces, that you allow yourself to breathe where you want, to lengthen where you want. The little episemas, those little horizontal lines, for instance, under the second syllable of Father, the second syllable of Heaven, under Name, those are just suggestions. And the little ictus, when it crosses one line, as it does after Heaven, it means a small breath. Where it crosses the middle lines after Name, it's a bigger pause. And where it covers the whole staff, as in after Heaven, in the second line. But again, those are all editorial markings, and we are free to do as we choose in this practice, and I encourage you to do that. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So see what shapes the phrases take as you follow their lead. Encourage you to use your ear more than your thinking mind, and imagine that these phrases were actually singing to you, that you were hearing them and following their lead rather than the other way around. And see how they make their home in your body, in your voice, in your soul. I encourage you today to attend to the moment at the end of each phrase after you've finished singing, and to experiment with experiencing just an extra moment of silence, of emptied outness, before you relax and the next inhalation occurs, and then on the next exhale, the next phrase. To take your time. So, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses. You can see the time I'm taking for each step in that process to happen. And to make a clear choice then, as part one of the steps in the process, to leave the past phrase behind. Leave the past behind. Sing a phrase, spend a breath of your life force and then let go and leave it behind in order to give yourself completely and without reservation to the new phrase. The root of our word forgive is the Latin word perdonare, which means to give completely and without reservation. Benedict assumes the prayer of Jesus will be prayed every time the community gathers for the work of God. And he commends the practice of the leader of the community singing it out loud all the way through for everybody to hear it at least twice a day. He expresses concern in his rule that if the prayer of Jesus is recited silently, some in the community will think that the lines about forgiving have no relevance to them and they will skip over them. He wants his communities to immerse themselves in the grace and power and new life of forgiveness early and often. And he offers singing as a way in. So let's give it a go ourselves and see what happens if we approach our chant practice as a way in to letting go and starting fresh. Holy One, open my lips, and my mouth shall proclaim your praise. Glory be to the Mother, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as always before, so now and forever. Amen. Holy One, in you we live and move and have our being. Saranam, 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 Saranam. Holy One, you have come that we might have life in all its fullness. Saranam, 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 Saranam. Holy One, wherever your spirit is, there is freedom. Saranam, 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 Saranam. Holy One, you help us in singing dawn. Saranam, 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 Saranam. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Let us bless the Holy One. Thanks be to God. May the divine help remain with us always, and with those who are away. Take a few breaths to rest, to receive, to release. And to offer. Thank you so much for showing up today. I'm looking forward already to the gift of tomorrow. Peace.